Do you sometimes wonder why some birds don't fly? Well, I wonder a lot. And upon wondering, my imagination came up with this tale. Long time ago, from the time of myth and legend, a time of consciousness and knowing, a time where all moved on 2 feet, far within, in the realm of the feathered ones, lived beings of great beauty and elegance. Beings with magnificent wings, hairs flashy like the petals of a rose. Their 3-finger feet spaced out to the ground in confidence whenever they landed. Love exists amongst them and everyone respects their own boundaries. They were all duty conscious, each understanding their purpose. With their magnificent wings, they would explore the skies, navigating through the wind. Their vibration was indeed high, so they could fly as high as they wanted. All went well for as long as a mind could remember. Until one day, the sky grew darkened and brought daylight. And when it was nightfall, the moon refused to show her face. Throughout that day, the atmosphere was blurry and scary. They all endured till early the next morning when the atmosphere returned to normal. This had never happened before. The feathered ones all gathered together in a bid to understand what had just happened. They sought answers from the wise ones amongst them, the Night Watcher, and were told evil had plagued their realm. It was said a battle had been fought in the higher realms and evil was slowly making its way to their realm. The Night Watcher alerted all to be cautious and mindful of the evil air lingering around. After listening, everywhere went silent for a minute, and they all returned to their comfort zones. It wasn't long and the feathered ones began experiencing evil in their realm. A once loving and peaceful being soon turned to be problematic and troublesome. Strange emotions like jealousy, envy, pride grew in them, and they started fighting amongst themselves. One will boast of their ability to fly high above the skies. Another will boast of their elegance and strong wings. The other will boast of how huge and gigantic their wings are. All this only led to more quarreling and fighting. They suddenly lose respect for one another, forgot their boundaries, and they didn't even realize their vibration was reducing. As such, they began losing some abilities. The more alerted ones amongst them became worried and asked for a gathering. And once again, answers were sorted from the Night Watcher. The Night Watcher reminded them of the evil he spoke of in their previous gathering. In his words, he said, "That evil is here, living amongst us." The feathered ones became frightened and asked for a solution. The Night Watcher went ahead to consult the great oracle, after which he addressed the feathered ones. He said, "The evil is very strong, but there could be a solution to combat it. First, they will need to cleanse themselves and the realm, and this was to be done by refraining from all extracurricular activities and to commune with their inner being. They were to stay within their comfort zone and were not to use their wings for 7 dawns and ducks." They all agreed to this, and the process began. For 3 dawn and ducks, they all stayed within until suddenly some of the feathered ones grew impatient. They missed exploring the skies and could not stay within anymore, so they went out in excitement, playing and whistling, thus making so much noise, when suddenly thunder and lightning struck, hitting them hard. They all fell from the sky to the ground, severely hurt. Their peers who had remained inside came out to help after hearing their cry. They called the Night Watcher and the healers to help heal them. The healers managed to heal their wounds, but their wings were so badly damaged. They tried to heal it, but it had been paralyzed. Everyone felt bad and worried, and they asked the Night Watcher if anything could be done. and he said nothing could be done, for they had been hit by a much higher power, and their wings had been permanently damaged, and will never again be able to fly. He concluded by saying they were to be banished from the realm, for a feathered one is one who must fly. And that's the end of this tale, titled Broken Wings. So tell me, do you think that this might be the reason why some birds don't fly? Tell me what you think in the comment section. I go by the name Rhea Singh. And much more. A storyteller is one of them.